Hello everyone, my name is Rodel Pinaroc, blessed student of Mount Carmel College of Casiguran. My report is all about gerund and conjugation. Now, we proceed on gerund and conjugation. A gerund is a form of verb that ends in ing that is used as a noun. As you may know, a verb is a word that refers to actions or a state of being, and a noun is a word that we use to refer to people, places, things, and ideas. A gerund like a blend of verbs and nouns. It looks like a verb but it acts like a noun. For example, the word swimming is an example of a gerund. We can use the word swimming in a sentence as a noun to refer to the act of moving around in water, as in swimming is fun. When used in sentences, gerunds are treated as third-person singular nouns like he, she, and it. A gerund phrase is a phrase that includes the gerunds, its objects, and its modifier, because they are derived from verbs. Gerunds can take objects or the modified by adverbs. Just like noun phrases, gerund phrases are treated as nouns in sentences. In the sentence, I love carefully collecting action figures. The gerund phrase carefully collecting action figures is the direct object phrase. To turn a verb into a gerund, all you need to do is add ing to the base form of a verb. The base form is the form of a verb you will find if you look up a verb in our dictionary. When making a gerund, there are few things to watch out for. First, unless a verb ends in EE or IE, we drop the final E in a verb before adding ing, as in joking, taking, and making. In a verb ends in EE, and ing, like normal, in agreeing, fleeing, and seeing. If a verb ends in IE, replace it with Y before adding ing, as in lying, sighing, and dying. Here are examples of gerunds in a sentence. Now, we proceed in conjugation. What is conjugation? Conjugation is the change that takes place in a verb to express tense, mood, person, and so on. In English verbs, change as they are used, most notably with different people, like you, I, and we, and different time, like now, later, before. Conjugating verbs essentially means altering them into different forms to provide context. If we regard verbs as the action part of the speech, conjugation alters action and when the action takes place. If we didn't conjugate the verb, leaving it in what is called the infinitive form, like to think, to laugh, to whisper, the context tense, person, mood, or etc. might be unclear or lost altogether. Consider the verb to be and the examples of how it is conjugated into the present tense. Example number 1. I am 32 years old. Example number 2. You are a terrific flute player. Example number 3. Acoustics is the study of the properties of sound. First of all, the conjugation of be into the present tense tell us that tense, these actions are happening now. I am currently 32 years old right now. You are a terrific football player. Secondly, while one could argue that the context of who is doing the action is already given by pronouns you and I. Notice how the conjugated form is tells us that acoustics, which looks like a plural, is a singular word. All types of conjugatings exist. As you may have noticed, conjugation is inextricably tied to the idea of verb tenses. A verb cannot be conjugated without reflecting the tense. Otherwise, we would not know when the action of the verb takes place. There is actually some debate as to how many tenses there are in the English language. With as many as 12 to 16 cited, there is a bit of confusion as some tenses can go by two names, future simple or simple future. For example, the good news is that most of these tenses are formed by the use of auxiliary verbs such as will, have, be. So it's not as if you have to learn up to 16 different conjugations in English. We can break the tenses down to 5 main areas: past, present, future, perfect, and conditional.